Well, hello, First and Calvary family. This is Pastor Don, and welcome to another FaceTime with Pastor Don. Face stands for First and Calvary Explored, Excited, something like that. I just wanted to reach out to all of you to give you a little more background and information on this new church directory that we're making. Now, there's nothing new about the idea of doing a church directory, and First and Calvary has had a number of directories over the years. Um, the reason we are doing this is because last year, one of the focus goals that our sessions set for us to kind of lean into as a church was to foster new kingdom relationships. We wanted to help create more connections between people at First and Calvary, the people who've been here for a while, the new people who are coming in. We just wanted to do things to help create more linkages, more relationships between people. This is why we're doing the one another groups and why we continue to do them, because it's a great way, just getting a meal with people is a great way of creating new relationships or strengthening relationships. Well, another thing that we're doing is going to come up with a new directory. It's been, I think, over 11 years since we've had a directory as a church. And so a directory is a way, a directory has two parts to it. One is, you have photos. Well, that wasn't a good example. You have photos of people in the church with names. And so you can, oh, who's that guy I sit next to in the pew? And you can look him up. Or, so and so, you mentioned his name to me, but who is he? And you can look up the name and go, oh, yeah, yeah, I recognize him. And then the other part of a directory is contact information. And so that people can contact each other within the church. So it is a kind of service to the covenant partners of the church to have a directory like this. It's been over 11 years since we've had a directory, and we would just want to nurture new relationships. And so that's why we're coming out with a new directory. Now, we're doing it a little bit differently this time. Previously, we would work with a vendor who would come in, take photos of people. Then you would have this added opportunity that you could buy a photo package for your family, that sort of thing. And then we would publish and print a paper version of the directory. So here's what we're doing differently this time. We're working with a database system and vendor that we already work with as a church. And we're going to be creating a digital directory that is also print on demand. So what that means is, on the one hand, it's digital. On your phone, you could look up things in the directory, on your computer, on your iPad. And so the benefit of that is it's always with you. The other benefit is it's never out of date. I mean, the day one new covenant partner joins after one of these is published, these are out of date. But with a digital one, it's always up to date. You have new covenant partners join, they're added right in. We take their photos, we get them into the system. So it's always up to date, but it's still print on demand. If you're like me, I like having paper. I like having something that I can kind of page through like that, something on my shelf. And so we can still do that. And if you want a paper version, you just let the church know and we print one, we get one printed for you, and you can have that. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Also, we're not going to be working with a professional vendor in terms of photography. We're working with a great photography intern from Evangel who's working with us this summer. And so you get your photo taken, and then do you want that photo? We can send that photo to you digitally for free. You can have it and then include it. The other advantage of the system that we're using is that you get to control what of your contact information you want included in the directory. Maybe you want all of it there, your address, your email address, your phone number, your cell. Maybe you want all of it. Great. Maybe you just want email, but you don't want your home address. Fine. Maybe vice versa. Maybe you change your mind and initially you're like, I don't want my contact info. And then later you decide, I do want my email out there so that people from the church can contact me. So you have total control over that as well, and that happens during the process. You just tell us what you want. So those are some of the advantages of this new directory. So what can you do? So there's two things. Number one is maybe you're not a covenant partner And so you hear about this and you're like, well, maybe, I've been thinking about this. Maybe I want to think more seriously about becoming a member, becoming a covenant partner. Wonderful. Feel free to reach out to me, Pastor Don, or reach out to Pastor Jamie, and we can talk you through what does it mean to be a covenant partner, what's the process, etc. And we can help you with that. The second thing that you can do is sign up to get your photo taken and get your information in there. If you just go to the events page on our website, you'll see a link. You click the link and it'll come up with these different options. We've got these different kind of pockets of time where people can come in and get their photo taken. So choose one that works for you. We're trying to get it all done here in June. You'll see that all those dates are here in June. Choose a date that works for you or for your family. Come in and get your photo taken. So please be doing that. We'd love to get that done in June. Just so there are covenant partners that we haven't seen in worship for years and years and years. And so this is an opportunity. Our deacons working with Jamie Swope are going to be doing an outreach or kind of an inreach or however you think about it to just make contact with some of these people who are covenant partners, but that we haven't seen for a long time. Maybe they're still wanting to be involved and just they worship online. Maybe they've moved to a different state. So this is just a great opportunity to reconnect with people. So I just want you to know that the deacons are going to be using this for that strategic use as well. And that's it, friends. So sign up to get your photo taken. Let us know if you want to talk about becoming a covenant partner. And I'm excited about summer, friends. I love this Encounters with Jesus sermon series that we're in. Your church men's slow pitch softball team. We started our season last night. We didn't win, but we scored 9 runs. It was awesome. The other team scored a little bit more than 9 runs. So it was a great start for our team. Excited to spend the summer with you all, and I'll see you soon.